I have 4 sons. The 4th one is preparing to enter the palace. The 3rd one likes men. The 2nd one became a Taoist. The eldest was ordained as a Buddhist monk, and all because none of them wants to be the crown prince. I am furious. It makes me want to chop off heads. The empress stayed lost in thought for a good while. What if this servant gives your majesty yet another son? Hey, it's a deal. The thing is, in these times, being emperor is a very hard job. The national treasury is empty. They want me to put up the money. They want me to put up the cash. Do they want me to pay to maintain everyone? If the people rebel, they want me to send troops. If a minister gets sick, I still have to go visit him out of courtesy. And the women of the harem come up with every trick in the book, giving me nothing but a headache. Today, the old dying emperor of the neighboring country came to strengthen ties. After a couple of drinks, he started venting his sorrows to me. He said that those cursed sons of his, in order to fight for the throne, did not hesitate to kill each other as brothers. They fight with an inhumane cruelty, without a shred of conscience. At the end of the chat, the old dying man didn't forget to give me some advice. Emperor Yesu, you should name your heir soon. Have several backup plans to nip any rebellious ambition in the bud. I nodded, completely in agreement. That very night, I called the ministers together to deliberate. I have decided to choose the next sovereign. Dear officials, do you have any suggestions? As soon as I said it, a deathly silence fell. The Grand General was the first to speak. Your Majesty, you already know it. The 4th prince, my sister's son, that brat has never had much wits. On the other hand, the 1st prince, being the son of the legitimate wife, and also the firstborn, is the obvious choice for the throne. Your Majesty, reconsider. My nephew, the 1st prince, has neither courage nor talent. I fear he cannot handle such a responsibility. On the contrary, the 3rd prince overflows with virtue and capability, and furthermore, he is a disciple of the prime minister. No one deserves the position of heir more. No way. My disciple is an incorrigible rebel. It really wouldn't be appropriate. In my humble opinion, the 2nd prince, don't you know what kind of scum the 2nd prince is? If you name him heir, our great Zhou will end up in ruins just like the Yin Kingdom. Choose the 4th prince. He was trained by the sword immortal. His martial power is second to none. Choose my foot. The 4th prince's brute strength and his intelligence have never gone hand in hand. General Yu, watch your words. Go to hell. I got sick of you bubble-faced bureaucrats a long time ago. Enough. What my dear ministers say makes sense. That being the case, let this emperor observe a bit more before naming the heir. The next day, in the Fengji Palace, the empress and I had lunch alongside the 4 princes. I cleared my throat slightly. I pretended to ask as if it were no big deal. In the Anjuan Academy, who took first place in the written exams? The eldest son raises his hand confidently. It was Prime Minister Su's son. And in Rites and Music, Prime Minister Su's son. And in the writing and archery tests, Prime Minister Su's son. And what about arts and mathematics? Don't tell me it was Su Boxy again. Won't it be Su Boxy again? That's right, father, indeed. Sigh. The empress stares at me for a long time. Is something wrong? I remain lost in thought for a good while. Then finally I ask, do any of you want to be the crown prince? These children have never gone through any hardship. They all fear carrying such a heavy burden, but being born into the imperial family carries responsibilities they must assume. Even if they don't want to, they will have to. It is their destiny. Who do you plan to appoint? Ye Dongglan, being the eldest son, must set an example for his brothers. Act 2. In the court hall, hundreds of officials bow their heads. I slowly sit on the dragon throne. The Minister of Rites immediately reads the decree. By mandate of heaven, the Emperor of Crete, the great Prince Ye Dongglan of outstanding conduct, wisdom, and courage, is today named Crown Prince. Let the protocols be followed to formalize the appointment. The successor has been chosen. The other courtiers nod one after another. Only the old Duke Ding Wu keeps his serious face without any expression. Finally, I can rest easy. I order at this moment that the tutor who personally accompanies the prince, Your Majesty, something bad has happened. The crown prince, the prince, the prince, the prince, the prince, the prince, the prince. What is going on with the crown prince? The newly appointed prince has escaped. He has escaped. If he fled, go and bring him back. No, it's not that. Your Highness fled last night to the Wangling Temple, shaved his head, and became a monk. When I arrive at the Wangling Temple, the ordination ceremony is already over. Yedonglan is sitting in meditation, murmuring prayers non-stop. Yedonglan, Amitufo, your grace has mistaken me for someone else. This poor monk's Buddhist name is Kongo. My insides are burning with fury. There is no other choice. I turn my gaze toward the abbot of the Wangling Temple. Abbot Banan, could you grant me a personal favor? Kick this boy out of the temple gates. Your Highness, the first prince possesses roots of great wisdom. His understanding of the Dharma is transcendental. Everything is a matter of karma. I hope your majesty follows the will of heaven and accepts this cause and effect. That flame inside me now burns even brighter. The Prime Minister whispers a warning in my ear. The Wangling Temple is the #1 sanctuary of Great Zhao, filled with eminent monks, and its faithful are all over the country. I hope your majesty thinks thrice about this. Do I not know the weight of the Wangling Temple? I stood there, looking at my eldest son for a long time. Let's go. The candidate for crown prince is now the second, Yif-1. To prevent the second from following in the footsteps of the first, I have stationed the Tianbu Guard on all the roads to the country's temples. But right at the moment of naming him heir, something went wrong again. Thanks to the experience from last time, it is obvious I'm much calmer this time. Your Highness, the second prince broke into the National Master's mansion. He passed the 7 trials that no one had achieved in 100 years, and the Grand Master has taken him as his final direct disciple. The second prince? Passing 7 trials of the mansion is harder than climbing to heaven. Let's not even talk about him. Even I didn't know my second son had such ability. Allow this humble servant to explain it to your majesty. With an immortal aura and Taoist bearing, the National Master slowly approaches. The second prince has deep destiny with our Swanshen lineage. This servant has already accepted him as his sole disciple to inherit the secret arts of Swanshen and secure the peace of Great Zhao for 100 years. This is the will of heaven. I hope your majesty approves. What else can I say? Granted. Stumbling twice over the same stone, the candidate for crown prince is now the third, Ye Yun Swan. To prevent any other accident, I directly ordered him to be locked up in the Swan Palace. He is not allowed to go anywhere. To my surprise, the third was very cooperative. You, that little eunuch back there, come massage this prince's shoulders. And you, the one next to him, massage my legs. Seeing that the third had no intention of resisting, I could finally breathe a relief. I turned to General Shao. General Shao, if the third prince takes a single step out of this palace tonight, all of you will have tea with the jailer of the Ministry of Justice. Yes, sir. On the day of the investiture, the third arrived at the Grand Hall very casually to be appointed. The director of ceremonies reads the imperial decree for the third time. By mandate of heaven, the Emperor of Crete, the third prince Yun Swan is modest and polite, of noble and pure character. He is without a doubt the only choice to be the sovereign. He is officially named Crown Prince. Respect this mandate. The ceremony goes smoothly. I look in the direction of my third son. He moved his wrist to relax. He took the imperial decree of appointment. So that means that from now on, I, this prince, am the Crown Prince. That is correct, Your Highness the Crown Prince. Good. Haha, excellent. I see you look quite decent. Don't go back to the Directory of Ceremonies. Come to the Eastern Palace and become my concubine. My good master, I have long noticed your elegance and distinction. You have the beauty of a celestial being. When I am the emperor, you shall be my empress. Your Majesty, by no means. That is impossible. The minister's younger brother is a bit temperamental, but since he is quite handsome, let him be named as a maid of honor. General Chang Wei has a good physique. Let him be my imperial concubine. I also set my eyes on pawns a long time ago, and on our young scholar as well. The mentioned ministers turned pale in unison. They were on the verge of fainting. All the civil and military officials fell into a crisis. Your Majesty, this humble servant, does not have those inclinations for men. Your Majesty, this humble subject is already betrothed. I would rather die than accept. Enough! Do you really have to go to this extreme? Father, this son is not fit to be the crown prince, much less to be the emperor. If you truly name me as your successor, prepare for our family's lineage to go extinct right here. Oh, by the way, just so you know, my father's physical appearance is not inferior to that of the young scholar. Get out of my sight! Thank you, father. The fourth son. Only the fourth son is left. I looked at my youngest son and, just to try my luck, I asked him, "Kang Min, you're almost 15 years old. Is there any girl you like?" The fourth son appeared shy. He nodded with some embarrassment. I let out a huge sigh of relief. As long as he likes girls, everything is fine. With a grin from ear to ear, I patted the fourth son on the back and shouted with joy, "Ha ha! Guards, tie up the fourth prince. Use the sturdiest rope you have." "Ah, father, what is this?" I said in a solemn and sincere tone. "Kang Min, your elder brothers are scoundrels. For the position of the heir to the throne, I only have you left." The fourth prince wanted to cry, but no tears would come out. He looked at me with a face of total pity. "Father, I don't want to be the crown prince. My uncle says my brain doesn't work well, that I am no good as an heir." I turned a deaf ear to his complaints. "Don't listen to your uncle's nonsense. In the palace, there is no shortage of cunning old foxes. Let them train you for a few years so you can exercise your mind and strengthen your character. It's no big deal." The fourth prince wanted to reply with something, but he couldn't find the words to express himself. He had a look on his face as if the world had fallen on top of him. I pretended I didn't see a thing. I immediately called Xiao Chen. "General Xiao, the 10 units of the Tianbu Guard and the 7 leaders of the Taiyue camp are all under your command tonight. Keep your eyes wide open. Do not allow the fourth prince to take a single step out of the palace." Xiao Chen overflowed with confidence. He beat his chest, ensuring success. "Do not worry, Your Majesty. With the warriors of Tianbu and Taiyue, I have the best experts under my borders. Forget about the fourth prince. If you order me to go right now to annihilate the kingdom, I could also do it without any trouble." Seeing the general so sure of himself, I could finally rest easy. I turned around and went to the Imperial Garden to clear my head. What I didn't expect was that in less time than an incense stick could burn, a subordinate came running with news. "Report! General Xiao was knocked out by the fourth prince. The fourth prince has escaped. Your Majesty, I have sealed all the exits of the palace. His Highness the fourth prince must still be inside. Your Majesty, there is no sign of him at the gate. Chao Wei is not in the Mekshui palace. Your Majesty, we found him. The fourth prince is in the castration room. Do not worry, Your Majesty. His Highness the fourth prince was safely rescued by the Tianbu Guard. He is safe and sound without any major harm." Ha ha ha. I laugh so I don't cry. Truly, I'm going to have a stroke from laughing so much. In other families, which prince wouldn't want to be the heir? Why have my sons turned out like this? Before I could catch my breath, Your Majesty, bad news. Now what is the matter? Noble Consent An, Lady Zalia, and the beauty Sue are all coming this way. What? It can't be. Quick, hide those luminous pearls from the room. Yes, Sue. Put your hand on your heart and tell me the truth. My Yu family has given its life for you in 1,000 battles. 7 generals from the same lineage. Only I am left. Brother, in what has my family failed you? You insisted on naming my little one an heir. If it weren't for a guard going to the bathroom who has eyes like an eagle, my poor little one would have become the first eunuch prince in the entire history of Great Zhou. Even the eldest son of my sister, the Empress, was pressured so much that he ended up becoming a monk. In other kingdoms, princes kill each other, and there are plenty of evidence of fratricide for power. But here, in our Great Zhou? Ha! Your Majesty, those luminous pearls back there are absolutely beautiful. Could you let my little Sue see them? Don't be partial. Inyan also wants to see them. Ai, my head is starting to hurt already. I threw a look at Eunuch Q. Eunuch Q caught his signal immediately. My ladies, His Majesty has... He could barely say 2 words when Consort Yu shot him a piercing glare.
Swambi, today you must give me an explanation. My consort Yu is the sister of the Grand General Yu. She grew up alongside the Empress and me. Since she was a child, she has been a spoiled brat with no regard for law or order. Whenever she messes up, the Empress always covers for her. Even marrying me was just a way for her to be close to the Empress. I still remember our wedding day. That young girl told me with her chin held high, even though you are very handsome, my sister King Yu is the best in the world. If it weren't because she is in this palace, I would have run away from the wedding a long time ago. I feel indebted to the Yu family. Because of that, even though Consort Yu is sometimes impertinent, I can tolerate 1,000 things from her. However, the matter of the heir is of the utmost importance. Where is the fourth prince? Have him come right this instant. What do you mean by that? Don't tell me that at this point you still want my little dog to be the heir. Yesu, be reasonable. Do you even have a heart? What insolence, Sister King Yu. Yesu is bothering me again. The anger that had just risen in me dissipated by half in a single second, because the Empress had arrived. That things have reached this point is due to this servant's lack of guidance. You don't need to blame yourself, Empress. Those 4 rebellious sons have talent. They just have absolutely no interest in the throne. Be that as it may, the heir must be named. The Empress reflected for a moment. What if this servant gives your majesty another son? Sister Empress? Think about it carefully. Before I could react, the always discreet consort Su took a step forward. Your majesty, don't you still have another prince? Just name him and that's it. What? Your majesty, don't you still have another prince? Just name him and that's it. What? How is it that I didn't know? I still have another son? Wow, now this is some good gossip. Eunuch, bring some seeds to snack on. Consort Su, tell us all about it in full detail. It involves the noble Dama Lei, who was sent to the Cold Palacio 3 years ago. She gave birth to a son while she was over there. A couple of days ago I passed by and the boy was climbed up a tree picking fruits. I asked him one for one, it was truly sour. She tells it like it's nothing, but to me it sounds like an absolute drama. Now I remember, it is the noble Dama Lei, the woman who tried to harm the Empress. Your Majesty, in a fit of rage, banished her to the Cold Palacio. Ah, it turns out she is the only one of us who has had the fortune of entering the Cold Palacio. Sister Su, how are you so sure that he is of your Majesty's blood? It's obvious from a mile away. The facial features of that boy and those of your majesty when you were young are 70% identical. And why are you only mentioning this now? Consort Su thought about it very seriously. I forgot. I just remembered right now. Who is in charge of the Cold Palacio? Bring him to me immediately. An issue of such magnitude and not a single soul reported it? The eunuch rushed out and brought the man before him. This servant is the one in charge of the Palacio of Reclusion. When the noble Dama Lei entered the Cold Palacio, she was pregnant? Yes. What audacity of yours! This concerns the imperial lineage. Something so vital, why didn't you report it? Tell me, what hidden intentions did you have? Why was there no official report? Speak, what was your plan? Your Majesty, have mercy and hear me out. Regarding the pregnancy of the noble Dama Lei back then, this servant, Leader Chen of the Department of Internal Affairs, and the Deputy Director General, we all reported it. But the leader sent word saying that your Majesty did not desire the child of that woman, and that we should leave her to her fate in the Cold Palacio. When did I ever say such a thing? Bring those 2 men here right now. About that, your Majesty, I'm afraid they can no longer come. Eh? Why? This servant knows. Leader Chen of the Department of Internal Affairs was a spy for the previous dynasty. After his identity was discovered, he died under the sword of General Shaoi. And Director Fu Zun was an infiltrator from a small border kingdom. He tried to steal the border defense maps and died by the hidden weapons of Commander Pei Xiao. After listening to him, I looked suspiciously at the eunuch in charge. Heaven and earth are my witnesses. Every word from this servant is the absolute truth. I would never dare to deceive your Majesty. Let's go. We are heading to the Cold Palacio. Your Majesty, what if that boy doesn't want to be the heir either? My sisters, what do you say we make a bet? Let's bet whether this prince, whom we have never seen, will be willing or not to be the heir. Interesting. This green jade pin will be this servant's stake. I bet he will have the slightest bit of interest. The other consorts placed their bets one by one. All of them bet that the unknown prince would reject the throne. Gritting my teeth, I pulled out my most prized treasure, the deep sea pearl. I bet that he will. My name is Yezano. I am a mission conqueror, a specialist in scripts of palace intrigue and power struggles. Things like 9 dragons fighting for the throne, 7 princes besieging the palace, the prince of a fallen nation, or the orphan of the previous dynasty are exactly my expertise. I have conquered them all. No matter how catastrophic the beginning is, I can always change the ending on my own and complete the mission with absolute success. Even the system certified me as the #1 in this little world. Before starting this mission, the system warned me very seriously. Host, the difficulty of this mission is hell level. Think about it carefully before accepting. Blah, blah, blah. How annoying. Only if it is difficult is it any fun. Come on, let's go. I open my eyes and come face to face with a dozen old and terrifying faces. Emperor, this servant already killed that viper. Can you forgive me now? But what on earth is going on here? The emperor is mine. No one will take him away from me. Ah, damn it. This looks very bad. I grabbed a handful of sand from the ground, threw it with force, and ran to hide in a secluded corner. System, who are these crazy old women? They are the concubines of the previous emperor. Each one is more cruel and extreme than the last. None of them is a sweet little thing. They have hundreds of deaths behind them. Host, please receive the memories of the original body, son of a criminal concubine from the cold Palacio, with no first or last name, 13 years old. His biological mother died of illness last year. She's buried under the old tree in the southeast corner of the wall. 2 questions. Even if I am the son of a sinner, I am still a purebred prince. So why am I locked up in the cold Palacio? Does the emperor even know I exist? Starting main mission. Go from being an abandoned child of the cold Palacio to being the crown prince in 5 years. Reward 300 points. My eyes lit up. 300 points. After completing 10 side missions, I barely earned the measly 100 points. No wonder they say it is a hell-level mission. I found you, haha! Now what I have to think about is how I'm going to survive with this weak 13-year-old body in a closed and ruined palace of more than 500 square meters, hiding from a group of ferocious and ruthless killers. I've been hiding for 2 days. I'm exhausted. I'm so hungry that my legs are shaking. Suddenly, the small hatch at the bottom of the cold Palacio door opens. They throw several food boxes in from the outside. I look left and right, making sure those crazy women aren't around. Just when I'm about to pick them up, I caught you, your majesty. Ah, damn it. She has iron fists. She's the sister of the former Grand General of the Cavalry. With a single blow, she killed more than 30 brutal bandits. Here comes the Grand General of the Cavalry. Hey, it cannot be. If these women don't kill me, I will die of hunger. I have to find a way to get out of the cold Palacio. According to my observations, this cold Palacio only has one exit, the main door. I will wait for the food delivery man to come. I'll take the opportunity to grab his hand and then threaten him to open the door. Ah, if you don't open up, I'll rip your arm off. How loud. It seems like threats don't work. Then I will reveal my identity as a prince and tempt him with benefits. I had a son with the previous leader. He's a relative of the current leader. Open the door immediately. I want to go out. I can't go out through the door. The only thing left is to jump the wall. Host? That is called light qigong. That concubine who flew past, she's a former disciple of the best light qigong sect in the world. If I knew light qigong, I'd be out of here in a heartbeat. There's only one last resort left. Set fire to the cold Palacio. That way, those on the outside will definitely come in to put out the fire, and I'll be able to slip along amidst the chaos to look for something to light a fire. Searching for fire. I did it. Burn, burn. The bigger the fire, the better. Bring it all on. I've escaped desperate situations many times. This time, with my legitimate royal blood, I will be able to get out of the cold Palacio, become the crown prince, and complete the mission. Do you want to be the crown prince? The storm ended without me noticing. The water on the ground reflects the blue sky and white clouds. The door of the cold Palacio, sealed for decades, is opened at this very moment from the outside. That's the emperor. It must be hallucinations from hunger. Host, this is the true sovereign, and also your biological father, Emperor Mingxi of Great Zhao. Yesu Bi, do you really want to be the crown prince? I was scared to death. This does not look good at all. I have revealed my ambitions much too soon. If the emperor is the distrustful type, he could give me my passport to the other world in a heartbeat and boom, I'd kick the bucket while racking my brain trying to figure out how to react. Proclaim my imperial decree. Announce the identity of the 5th prince to the entire world immediately. Inform the Bureau of Astronomy so they can choose an auspicious day and name the 5th prince as the crown prince. Day 1 after leaving the cold Palacio, I became the 5th prince of Great Zhou. Day 5 after leaving the cold Palacio, I became the crown prince of Great Zhou. Even when the investiture ceremony ended, I looked at the imperial edict in my hands and for a moment I froze. Just like that, it was that easy for me to become the successor to the throne. It is so piece of cake that it's almost ridiculous. This does not follow the usual script of palace intrigue at all. Congratulations, host has completed the mission. Accumulated points, 300, will be awarded at the end of the level. This is supposed to be a hell difficulty level, but being crowned prince was a walk in the park. I couldn't be daydreaming, could I? Ouch, it hurts. Quick, someone come. Fifth brother, we are already here. Activating the rest of the main missions. Surpass the other 4 princes of Emperor Yasuambi. Host, those 4 princes are no sweet little things. Take good care of yourself, because I'm going on my annual vacation. It's the first time I've ever heard of systems taking vacations too. I just requested it. I hope the host manages to make it to the end alive. See you later. I heard you grew up in the cold Palacio. Is it fun over there? They say that among the concubines grandfather emperor sent to the cold Palacio, there are some who are peerless beauties. Have you seen them, fifth brother? If you get too tired here at court, can you come to my refuge for a few days? Father will never find you there. I knew this hell level couldn't be smooth sailing just to become crown prince. It turns out I have to fight to the death with these 4 birds of ill omen. Well, bring on whatever comes. I intend to complete this conquest mission no matter what. Lately, I've been feeling wonderful. Even if I see those 4 rebellious sons, I can keep my composure and smile, because now I have 1 more son, and most importantly of all, this boy actually wants to be the heir. Finally, my throne has a successor. First year of the investiture. My master, the Grand Tutor, who was a veteran of 3 reigns, does not stop praising him. This old servant has never seen anyone more diligent than His Highness, the Crown Prince. At dawn, he is already in the courtyard reviewing the ancient classics. Every time I pose a difficult problem to His Highness, he always gives a brilliant answer that surpasses all my expectations. Second year of the investiture. The generals of the Taiyu camp comment on the prince. Your Majesty, His Highness possesses an astonishing natural talent. His perception is incredibly sharp. He has been in the camp barely a few months and has already created 10 masterful tactical formations, giving our grand army an unprecedented offensive power. There is nothing left for your humble servants to teach His Highness. 5th year after the appointment of the Crown Prince, the ministers do not stop showering him in praise. Half a month ago, the floods in Shangzhou caused a disaster. His Highness, the Crown Prince, proposed the creation of a system of dikes for water distribution and flood relief. He exchanged containment for diversion, planning waterways to direct the stagnant water from the plains toward the rivers and finally empty into the vast ocean. His Highness even created a stone marking method to monitor the water level. Thanks to this, the Water Control Office has established a complete water level observation system. I just returned from Shangzhou, and every citizen ceaselessly praises our Crown Prince. His Highness the Crown Prince, possessing such virtue to inherit the throne, is a blessing for the empire. Good, good, good! I expected no less from the prince I chose myself. I feel very pleased. It seems I can now hand over the burden of governing this nation to my 5th son. Finally, I'll be able to go travel the world with the Empress. Year 27 of the Jin era. Emperor Mingxi cedes the throne to Prince Yanzhao, becoming the retired emperor. Following Zhao's ascension, the name of the era changed to King Zhel. History knows him as the Emperor Yuan Xian. Our Emperor Yuanin reigned for 59 years. He governed with great determination, being diligent and loving his people, maintaining harmony and peace on the borders. Later historians reviewed archives and legends and cannot find a single blemish on his record, except when Emperor Yuan was on his deathbed, when he left behind some words that baffled the entire world. Haha, I won. I beat those 4 bloodthirsty monsters. 59 years on the throne and nobody could find a single flaw in me. Host Felix, congratulations on completing the game. What do you think? This hell-level world was nothing but child's play to me. Haha! Host, we entered the wrong world. In reality, this was a palace comedy of errors for fools. It had no difficulty at all. What did you say? I've already corrected it. The next scenario will indeed be true hell level. Those 4 monsters you say killed without blinking, those 4 fearsome tyrants you mentioned, were actually just 4 rather silly princes. They were just 4 brothers who were a bit dim-witted. They were 4 completely harmless and absurd princes. Seriously, they were 4 royal buffoons. They didn't pose even the slightest threat. Zero danger.
They really weren't dangerous at all. Are you telling me that these 59 years of my life trying to win have been just a bad joke? Basically, yes. And what about my reward points? Since the scenario had no difficulty, being such a ridiculously easy level without any challenge, well, there are no points for you, so you're left with 0 points. Haha, it can't be. Damn my luck. To hell with you and your system. Damn it.